the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts peeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens.
What up, Nine?
Got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go, we.
Trapaholics Mixtapes.
As the 9% and Word would say, make a better you, a better us.
Give them what they ask for.
Who do you think you are? I'm the Word. Boy, I'm the one who put in the work.
When I move, is it a quick rumble? I will never ever fall, never stumble. And I don't need to be humble. Break down walls like Jericho crumble.
What up, though? It's the Word. You see the title. We about to get into it. Hey, man, Happy New Year, man. Happy 2026 to everybody. Appreciate people who still rocking out with your boy. I'm hoping this year going to be a great year. But this is something new I want to introduce. And what's the best time to do it to the year? These new episodes, learning with the Word. And in these episodes, what I'm going to be doing is taking common concepts that most people misconstrue or got a misunderstanding, or they just really don't know. And simplify it that way people can actually apply it and use it and benefit their life. Because you know the motto over here is better you or better us. The better we are individually, the better we are collectively. And I believe knowledge should be shared. It shouldn't be withheld, shouldn't be limited to people. And a lot of times people don't know these things because they haven't had access to it. They're not aware that it's more to it than what it is, right? They don't have the time to really indulge into these topics. And so yeah, that's what I'm here for, because I got the time, and that's what I do. So I'm here to spread knowledge, to share knowledge. Knowledge is wealth, and this is my way of sharing wealth with people. So first episode number one, we're gonna talk about the laws of logic. Now, I started off with this topic because, in my opinion, through my observation, through my experience, this is one of the most cliche lines ever used. I'm thinking logical, or that's a logical thought, or anything that exists with logic when people don't even know the basic three rules of logic. And the whole point of me doing this is, if you don't know the basic three rules of logic, it's hard for you to apply a thought system around it and utilize it. It's very hard. If you can't say something is logical or is a logical thought when you don't even know the laws. You have to compare and contrast. You have to be able to look at what you're saying and ask, is it really logical? And most people can't do that, right? Because most people don't know the laws, right? I don't believe it might be taught in high school. I didn't learn it in high school. I learned it in college. So I don't know. It might be, different schools teach different things. So I'm pretty sure maybe like in the suburban upscale learning institution, they teach us stuff like this. But where I came from, the hood, they didn't teach us three laws of logic. Never had a course on that. Never had a class on that. I learned it when I went to school. When I went to college. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to introduce the three laws of logic. That way people can actually utilize these things and utilize it in a way that's beneficial to them. Not only to them, but the more we know, the more we can pass down or pass around. So we will either pass it down or pass it around. Right? That's how knowledge is supposed to be. Dee Dee, what up, though, sis? Appreciate you. So first, let me share this before we get into three laws of logic. Where did it even come from? Right? Where did the three laws of logic come from? I hope that's not the screen. Share. I think I gotta go back. Yeah. So, three laws of logic. The rules of logic are nearly 2,500 years old and date back to Plato and Aristotle, who set down the three laws of thought, identity, non-contradiction, and exclusion of middle. The use of these languages and logic has been equated for us to develop mathematics, improve theorems, and create scientific knowledge. My bad, y'all. It's little on my screen. Yeah, I already know I'm legally blind, so I can't see as it is. Anyway. So that's where it came from. It originated, like it was applied more to math and science, but then it ventured over to the thought process. But originally it was created to prove mathematics and understand science, really get down to the root of science. So that being said, let's get back to what are the three laws of logic, right? So the first law of logic is this: law of identity. The very first law of logic is the law of identity. And the law of identity states a thing is identical to itself. A equals A. Each concept or objective has a distinct nature and must be treated as itself in a given context. What does that mean? We go give you the formal definition, then we go delineate it. We go break it down. So what does that mean? That means a cat is a cat and a dog is a dog. A cat can't be a dog and a dog can't be a cat. The things that are distinctive or that identify a cat makes it a cat. The things that are distinctive and identify a dog make it a dog, right? So this way you don't get things misunderstood, like A equals A. A is identical to A. A will always be A. A can't be B. B can't be A. Everything has its own identity, right? Just like this. We'll delineate a little further into that, right? Like I said, a cat can't be a dog and a dog can't be a cat. So you have the dog. A dog is a dog, right? But then you also have species of dogs. Okay. So a dog is a dog. That's how we identify it. But then you have species. So a Rottweiler can't be a German Shepherd, and German Shepherd can't be a Rottweiler. Even though they're both dogs, when you delineate and break it down even further, they have their own identity. Something instinctively that identifies a German Shepherd as a German Shepherd and a Rottweiler as a Rottweiler. Right? So that's law of identity. Right? Now moving on to the next law. Right? The next law is the law of non-contradiction. And each of these laws support one another, right? So it ain't like crazy random things, right? They each support one another. So law of non-contradiction. A statement and its negation cannot both be true at the same time. Not A and not A. Something cannot be both true and false simultaneously. And if you let me remove the banner. There ain't no link for the show. Anyway. So if you don't know what the word negation means, the contradiction or denial of something. So what it's saying is a statement and its negation, meaning a statement cannot be, the statement you make cannot be true, and the fallacies of the statement can't be true at the same time. So, for instance, if I'm walking down the street, therefore I'm walking. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not skipping. I'm not jumping. I'm not running. I'm walking, right? So the negation would be he's not walking, he's running. Both of them can't be true. It can't be running and walking. So both of them can't be true. So if I got a red shirt on, it can't be blue. If I got a blue shirt on, it can't be red. Whatever contradicts what you said can't be true if your statement is true. Again, going back to the first one, I say they support one another. They really define each other. A cannot be B, and B cannot be A. And this was prevalent in math, right? A, 1 can't be 2, and 2 can't be 1. 1 can't equal 2, and 2 can't equal 1. 2 can only equal 2 is a single property, and 1 can only equal 1 is a single property. So it can't contradict itself. The truth cannot contradict itself, therefore it can't be true. So from the first statement, if I was running down the street and someone said I was walking, they can't be true if I'm actually running. Right? Running and walking is two different things, two different actions. Running is not walking, walking is not running. So the second law, like I said, they work with each other. So the second law really defines the first one. First one deals with property. Second one is more dealing with the context of the statement. Right? So we go to number 3. Law of excluded metal. For any proposition, there is either true or false with no third option, either P or P negative P. A statement is either true or false, no middle ground. So going back to the cat and dog, either a dog is a dog or it's not a dog, right? Either a dog is a dog or it's not a dog. There's no middle ground. Well, it's a hybrid. Well, a hybrid is its own entity, right? Even if it's a hybrid. Just say for some freakish nature, they blended a cat and dog. I'm going to use humans, right? I use humans. Right? So say you have a black parent and then you have a white parent, right? And they have a kid. Now the kid is what we consider mixed, right? The kid is neither black, the kid is neither white. There's no middle ground. The kid is his own identity now. Because you took two different things and connected it. It's not one or it's not the other. It's this new, it has a new identity. It's something else. It's not what the mother was, it's not what the father is, it's something new. For instance, me and my family, I'm what they consider African American, my wife is Middle Eastern. So my kids are not just black, they're not just Middle Eastern, they're a mixture. They have their own identity. They're not 100% of their father, they're not 100% of their mother. There's no middle ground. They are what they are. They have their own unique identity now. Does that make sense? My bad, I didn't even check the chat. Frankie Blanco, what up though? Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you. So the law of excluded metal gets to, it's not like we often say this. You know, this is another sign, right? Well, we agreed to disagree, right? What agreeing to disagreeing is basically you leaving it alone, right? You leaving it alone. If this person ain't right, this person ain't right. I agree to disagree, to say, you know, you got your point, I got my point. So the middle ground, the excluded middle ground is I'm not right or you're not right. We're both not right. That's the agreement aspect. But it's subjective when you're talking about what the topic is, because sometimes people agree to disagree because they don't want to argue with people. So that was probably a better analogy. But the excluded middle, okay, I give another. I'm trying not to use nothing too controversial. You know, that's why I use race versus sex. Sex would be controversial. But that's why, you know, a lot of the like transgender talk is not logical. It don't fit within these rules of logic. It don't. When you're talking like, you know, when you're talking about the transgender talk, it's not fitting inside these rules of logic, right? But they exclude the middle ground. A is only A. It can't be B. B can't be A. We can't agree to make B A. We can't agree to make B. Things are what they are. The reason we have these laws is to come to an understanding what is true. And a lot of this, if you really listening to it, a lot of these are observational. You have to observe, right? But this is a way to structure your observation to come to a logical sense where anybody can observe the same thing you did and use this process and come to the same conclusion, right? We all can observe a dog is a dog and it's not a cat. We can observe that. And using these laws, we can come to the conclusion a dog is a dog and it's not a cat. These laws was created very prevalent in mathematics. Like when you got Terrence Howard saying, what did he say? 1 times 1 is 2. These laws were put in place to exclude unrational thinking like that. Because when you know the properties of each thing, when you know the property of one, you know the property of the times table, then you understand why 1 times 1 equals 1. You understand that using these laws. But what Terrence Howard did, he tried to manipulate those laws. Right. And just for fun, right? For fun. There's only 3 laws of logic originally. There's 3 laws of logic. But logic has principles to it too. They added things after these 3 laws was made. They added different principles that help define each law. They delineated more. And they also added what they consider a 4th law, right? We're going to look at that too. We'll look at, in the 4th law, like I said, they all work with one in tandem. They all work in succession with one another. So the fourth law is laws of sufficient reasoning. Everything that exists must have a sufficient explanation or reasoning for its existence or truth. Often attributed to Leibniz, there's a reason for things to be as they are. So, what this law states that everything that has an identity can be reasoned. We can observe and understand why this identity is significant to this object, to this thing. You know, um, we can reason like a dog, right? Say if we didn't know the name of the dog, but we see multiple dogs, and then we see cats. We didn't know the physical names. We can observe the attributes, the behavior, and understand these are two different things. They have their own distinct identity. Even if you get into the types of dogs, okay, it might be a dog, but the German Shepherd has different attributes, has different behavior patterns than a Rottweiler does. So that's how we can identify or separate what a Rottweiler is and what a German Shepherd is. What a cat is, what a dog is, what a male is, what a female is. We can identify those properties because we have a sufficient explanation or reason. So that's the fourth law for shits and giggles. So what was the purpose of this episode again? Purpose of this episode was just to give general knowledge and delineate, break it down, simplify it so people can actually utilize it. Right? After listening to this, I hope that you can apply these things, when it comes time to have rational, logical thought. These are great structures. It's a great structure to use to observe things, even people, and it helps identify. It can help identify, those three core things I tell you need to know: why, what, and why, how, and what. Give you a better, like I said, the structure. Give you something to apply to break things down. Right? Is this a logical thought I'm having? Why am I thinking this? You can use this process and come to a logical conclusion why you're thinking this. Like even emotional intelligence. A lot of times, like when I tell you to identify why you feel the way you feel, you can use the laws of logic to exclude the emotional factor. This takes away the emotions from things when you observe it because you have a structure to do so. Most people only feel things. It's not really thought. It's not a real thought process. It's an emotion. It's how you feel about it, and that feeling creates a thought. So this is a way you can eliminate being emotional, to being emotional in situations. Is to think things through logically. All right, but you need to know the laws, the structure to even produce a logical thought. So the realest one is in the what it do, my brother. Appreciate you. My brother Gary Busted Down Brown. What up, 9? My 33 brother. Hey, I'm about to do an after show. I know y'all probably missed much of this, but you can always replay it. And in the after show, I'm gonna be talking about this anyway. It's actually 3 laws, but it's 4 laws. Let me add the link to the after show on here. And then that way we can go over there and talk about it. Because I'm gonna end this one. I want to clip it, and I don't want to do too much editing. I'm being lazy with the editing aspect. What time is it? My bad. I'm sitting up here. Thought I had put it in, but I didn't. But yeah. So we'll go ahead over there. Yeah, I don't want to. I got to download this to edit it, to clip it. But those are the 3 main laws, and the 4th one is just to help define the first 3. You know, add a little spice to it, put a little sultry to it, you know, put a little heat to it. But I appreciate y'all. Let me put this in the chat real quick. Let me put it in the chat. I didn't even. Put this in there, and then we're gonna pop over there. And I'm gonna drop the link, and then if anybody want to come up and talk about this, the reason why, what the laws are, any of that, feel free. I think I messed that up. I think I put it in there clip. Yeah, I did. But yeah. So we gonna get over there, man. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. Y'all know what I always say: care about how you feel. These conversations to build nation. If I say anything that resonated with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody, help me spread the word. But until next time, we out.
And do it for the 9.
What up, 9?
Acknowledge me!